Thank you for being here, and I would like to thank all the speakers because they suggest me something to tell. Okay? So I will try to not to do a simple presentation, but something that comes from the heart. That is the way that we work. And I am sorry for the slide in Italian. We will provide in English also, but you will understand why we have no time to do it in English. Okay. And so I changed a little bit the title of presentation, adding and some surprises. Okay. And so I would like to call Alessandro for the first surprise.
Hello to everyone, I'm Alessandro, I'm a software architect at Trend Service, and I thank you, Andrea, and I'm very happy and very proud to introduce our collaboration with Affidaty and introduce what is 3G and the experience that Service have done with Affidaty for improve 3C blockchain. First of all, as a step backward, we at Trend Service is some years that develop software based on blockchain. We arrived at developing 3 products that are blockchain state for me and are certification, voting, and supply chain. Obviously, when we approach on business to business market, we start to encounter some of the classical problem of blockchain. We always work with the public blockchain, never with the private blockchain or the side chain that is installed on one node. So when we start working with the supply chain, for example, and we start having 100 of transaction or 1,000 of transaction or even 100 of 1,000 of transaction, cost must become a big problem. Also, transaction time of the public blockchain become a problem when you need to integrate your solution in a process managed by IoT devices, and you need to scale up to become faster to stay together with the other devices. So we start investigating on a solution that can resolve this problem, and talking with Tom and become a partner of Infrachain. We rediscover Affidaty, and we start having some feedback information and exchange problems that we incur, and presenting there some use case that can resolve. So after that we try to start integrating our solution with 3G. That is a blockchain that resolve this problem. Is efficient, and you can scale up your transaction time, but I don't want to go deeper inside this aspect, so let's go microphone to Andrea. Thank you very much.
Okay, so let's go ahead. Affidaty, okay, you can find the history of Affidaty on the website, so I can blah blah blah. Okay, was born in 2016, so it's quite a new company, and it became a private joint stock on 2017. So it's a commercial company, okay. And okay. So what we have done, okay, we tried to understand how blockchain works. Okay, I'm working in computer since forever. So the way is research and development. So first understand what is the domain of the technology, and then try to apply the technology. So we try to understand public blockchain, private blockchain, but we would like to develop applications, okay, for the enterprise world. So we try everything to solve the problem, and the question was, we would like to adopt some technology, so we would like to try to do something different. Okay, obviously we opted the second chains, and we developed starting from the software, and we worked only on hardware. So Trincy, okay, the acronym is very long, but it's a middleware that allow you to develop application over a blockchain. Okay, so you can have some instruction and so on to do it. But the network is important as well. So we try to develop an hardware that is the best for the Trincy software. Okay? And also we thought about the power consumption. So one of the problems of the blockchain, if we can say problem, is that the consumption is very high. So terawatt and terawatt per hour of instant power consumption. So we reduce working on the hardware, the consumption. So basically we made an ecosystem. Okay. Trincy is the software layer, and independent chain is a consortium of miners. Okay. If we can call it miners. For sustainability and efficiency. So this is the basically the ecosystem. Okay. Why? I told before, for the enterprise market, you need some things, efficiency. It could be not so expensive. You need security, you need sustainability, and it could be compliant with the law. So this is an explanation of this point. I would like to point to efficiency. So you need to have not a blockchain that makes slow once you overload it. So the hardware permit and the software together permit to have scalability of the technology. We reduced the cost of hashing down to 95% of the actual transaction cost. And the security, okay, the security is by design in blockchain, okay, but we use another things that I explained on the next slide to improve the security and sustainability. So we consume the 1% of the Bitcoin, for example, network, and okay, we pay miners with fiat money, so you don't have to use a wallet with Ethereum or Bitcoin or a cryptocurrency. And this makes, for example, legal to pay for transaction in economy. So you have a record on your accounting, so you can provide the cost, why you pay this cost in Europe, for example, and not I pay Ethereum for, I don't know, exactly. Or you have a transaction in Bitcoin that is anonymous, and so the money, you don't know where the money goes. Okay, independent chain. Independent chain is a consortium, so everyone could be inside the consortium, and we use the proof of authority. What does it mean? That you can be one of the nodes of the chain, but we need to to know and understand who you are. If you are compliance with the specification, you can be a node of independent chain. Otherwise, you are outside. Okay. But basically, it's open to everyone. That's why. And we have three phases: is alpha, beta, and gamma. Okay. Let's start with alpha. Okay. The alpha nodes are inside data center. Okay. Tier 3 data center, for example, could be a node of independent chain, so they can have the hardware inside. We have already a Genesis alpha server farm, and this is in Milano, and so this is the alpha node are where the most critical applications not contract runs. So you have the maximum security and the maximum the miners are paid more for this work. The beta is inside the mining farm, okay, and we already have the Genesis mining in beta. That is Bitminer in Calenzano. Probably you know Bitminer is the biggest miner farm in Italy, and I think in Europe also. Okay. And the gamma is a little bit secret. It's on far, but you don't use home as you are thinking. Okay. You will see. Okay. I like to coming soon. So in the next presentation you will ask me, okay, what happened to gamma nodes? Okay, another point that we are working on is a concept on September 26, the last month. We presented at Digital Earth in Firenze this concept, sharing economy design, so we can unlock a lot of value of data using the blockchain, the proof of authority, our ecosystem, and so on. So you can reuse data. We had a lot of speech about reusing data, okay? Using data through application and so on. So we are going to use this concept, and we would like that people that use our technology use this concept to reuse data in a secure and efficiency, sustainable way, unlocking value. Okay, use case, be live. So after the adventure to have the network, to have the software and so on, okay, basically we made the platform, so we would like to understand if it works, okay, and we released in June an application. You can find it on the store. It was a little bit complicated to publish on Apple Store. Okay. Someone could confirm that it's not simple, but we have the application is called Synchrony, and inside you have BeLive. BeLive is an application that make you able to make contest or, for example, e-learning. So you have the learn, play, and win. You can put the content, so you can learn about the content. You can play, okay, vote or choose the answer, okay, and win. Everything is saved on blockchain. So it's a basic concept, but we would like to be sure that everything works. It's a very empirical way, okay? And also we publish. So Synchrony permit to have more application inside the application. So if someone wants to use BeLive, for example, he can do it and appear, for example, inside Synchrony or can have its own application. That's very simple. Okay, this is the physical path, digital path network, and so on. I think that the processes are quite known. And this is the processes in blockchain. So you have the wallet, you have to subscribe and play, and you have the results. Okay. The application is already used by some companies. So we are not only the user of the applications. Okay, let's save the video, and then I will have another surprise for you. Okay.
Blockchain. Each block contains information and creates a unique bond with the next and the previous one. Look.
Blockchain.
The first encrypted and decentralized ledger. It's able to validate each passage and ID, tracking every movement without any intermediaries. It's like a notarial register, but without a notary. Well, actually, everybody in here is a notary. An immutable data structure. The imprinted content cannot be changed, substituted, or modified. No error. No manipulation. Are you wondering why no f***ing one knows about it? It's not true. Banks, businesses, governments are testing it. But it's low, quite expensive, not widespread, without legislation. Oh, there's a question.
What do we need to make it work?
As I said, we need the legislation consistent with the GDPR. We need to make this process faster, cheaper. We should reduce costs by 95% and energy wastage by 99%. We could reward miners with fiat money. That's what we need. That's what we've done.
Okay. He is faster and speaks English better than me. Okay. Basically, say everything in 1 minute. Okay. So let me introduce Paolo Santancini, our blockchain architect, that will explain a little bit deeper the technology.
Good morning, my name is Paolo Santancini. I'm a blockchain architect at Affidaty S.p.A. Now I'm going to use now I'm going to use Trincy, and this is Trincy. Trincy is a middleware. But it's not enough. Trincy is, moreover, complex conjunctions of more computational entity, hardware and software. So we have an entity that manages the interaction between external and internal flows. Moreover, we have entity that manage the distribution of the wallets with a specific service level agreement. We have a token manager. Is something like certification authority, but it is not property. Token manager tells us that if you are speaking with me, I'm sure that you are. And the least, but not the last, the intelligent system with which, by which, we manage fully complex Turing machine calculations. So what we call smart usually call smart contract. I mean firmware. Firmware in deterministic calculation. This is an example. We have a group, small, medium, or big group, with some code and logic that I implement into the blockchain, and in a fully way. So I don't use a single method or a series or a group of methods that my framework give me. I use my language. So in this case, I use bare language. But you can use Golang or JavaScript, something like that. This kind of script lives into the blockchain and runs on this kind of logic. So, what I tell is that these wallets that I define into the blockchain, so I can remove this wallet, will be managed with a get balance function that I define in the script, and if wallet tab is greater than B, so I learn the system to do this kind of operation. Simply I write true, but in a more complex scenario, I can call another script or piece of piece of firmware or so on. Else do something and have a handler, because we are, remember, we are in a deterministic scenario, and so I know it is strange, but I like to remind that we are all slaves of the time. So this kind of architecture, combination architecture, is managed over the time. I finished it. Thank you.
Okay, sorry. At the end of my time, I ask 2 minutes more. Okay. So I will go very fast. So this is the process that we've done. So you have complex situation, complicated application, chaos. That is a component where you're using new technologies, and the most simple thing is to do exactly the things, to do and see what happens. Okay, so this is the journey. Okay, the hardware, the intrinsic, smart contract, be live co-trusted that I presented. In June we release Synchrony, and we will release a web level application and action that I will tell you next time. And we thought about give the opportunity to develop on our technology. Okay, why not? We had a piece of software that you can use and so on, and give opportunity to other, for example, the service that I thank again. And so you could have the consultancy project, study of application, you can make learning and so on our platform. Okay, and today we release a SDK, software development kit, in beta, okay, so you want to test it, and it's written in PHP, which is the most common language. Okay, then you will have another language. Okay, and you have a back office, so you can write and read on blockchain. You can create asset, so you can have your testing token, for example, and you can use and manage accounts, sub-account, and so on. You can test it and play on it. Okay, this is the roadmap. So integrate. You can integrate our smart contract. Coming soon, very soon, is the where is the rocket? You can integrate also a payment system. We will develop, and you will develop more smart contract, and we are planning to release also a mobile version. So play and enjoy. So you can download now from trinci.io. Okay, thank you very much.